Hello everybody, I thought we'd just do a quick video on the Discovery Opt ED-PRS GII scope. You may have seen these floating around ads on the internet and different videos here and there from different people using them or playing with them. One of the reasons I wanted to do a video on it is Discovery sponsors part of the Spark series, and so we've got this one here to play with, and we've got it set up on a Ruger 10 RPR 22 rather. And this will be sort of floating around at different Spark events in 2025, and people can have a play with it and actually use the scope and stuff like that. So thought we'd go over a few features of the scope and sort of so you can consider it for something if you're getting into precision rimfire shooting and you want a scope with a bit more optical zoom and the ability to dial and first focal plane, all of those modern features that people want. So first thing off the bat, 5-25x56. So it's a 34mm tube. The first thing that pops into mind is, I've got to buy some bigger rings. These actually come with a set of rings in the box. Reasonably good rings they seem. I've only run them on the Rimfire so far. I have it actually, funnily enough, I actually have a set on my 300 Win Mag, but they seem fine. The screws, what I've found in the past with cheap rings is the aluminium seems okay, like a reasonable grade of aircraft aluminium or the like, but normally the fixtures, the actual machine screws themselves, are quite janky and soft. These seem hard, and I mean, what can you say about them? I don't have gear to test how what their tensile strength is, but they seem okay. They're not stripping out and they torque up all right. Comes with instructions on the torque pattern, which is nice for those who sort of don't do a lot of assembly rifles. So, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 20 inch-pounds. It's all lasered into the ring. This is, I think they're a high ring, I'm not sure on the actual height, that's just what come with it. But again, when it comes to more modern setups, most things got adjustable cheek rests. So whether they're high or low, it doesn't really matter. I can just move this. Albeit with this setup, I did need this height because I don't have a lot of clearance under the objective. Nice, easy. A ring there for your zoom. So like I said, 5-25, so nice and easy. 5 power for that really close stuff, and then you can go up to 25 power when you're zeroing or shooting out to 200, 300, 400 meters with the 22 or Centerfire. As for max elevation, I've actually got it written on my computer behind me. 36 MRAD internal. So if you bottomed this right out with an angled rail, you'd have 36. Now I'm not actually sure if the RPR has an angled rail, it probably does. As it currently sits, I've got about 24 milliradian of available vertical. I don't really need it in the Rimfire setup, but it's nice to have. Like for example, most Rimfires shooting your standard sort of match ammo, which is inherently subsonic, is about 7 milliradian. So ample adjustment. For 200 meters or further, so you're not going to have a problem there when it comes to zooming on your target. Parallax is a big one for rimfire shooters. This comes down to 25, so that's about the minimum I would want. There's some really nice scopes out there that I own a few, and they have a 50 meter minimum parallax. And so when it comes to rimfire here in New Zealand, anyhow, we have a minimum of 10 meters. So it doesn't work for me in terms of 50 meter zero. Parallax, but the 25 is fine. And if you do struggle at even a 25, you can reduce your magnification. That will allow you to essentially see what you're doing. Off the bat, like you can tell, these are big turrets. Sort of almost turrets seem to be shrinking again. They got big for a while. These are still quite a large turret. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's big, chunky, easy to do what you're doing. It has the obviously you got your 0 and then 0.1 increments. Above the 0 there's a 10. So when you do a full revolution of your turret and you get to there, that means you're on 10. Just a number to show you where you are. If you get a bit lost past 10, again, Rimfire, you're very rarely going to be going past 10. Centerfire, same thing. 1,000 meters with my 6.5 Creed is around 10 mil as well. So it's not often in competition shooting you're going past a revolution. We did some shooting out to a mile a couple of days ago, obviously not with this, with a Magnum. So we were dialing up to about 25 mil. not with this scope, but it's not often is what I'm getting at, that you actually need to dial a long way. Windage is the same. I think it's got about 17 MRAD of, I just checked my computer, 17 MRAD of windage adjustment available. So obviously, half and half of that each way. I'm not too worried about that. It does have illumination. I haven't actually turned it on. I haven't put the battery in it, but it is handy because for those who shoot Spark Series matches anyway, we have a couple of night matches coming up in 2025. We have one in 2024, which was a huge success, coming for the 25 season, and you really do need an illuminated reticle when you're shooting a night match. Like, you can get by without it, but you're not going to do particularly well. So nice option there, that illuminated reticle. Zero stop, obviously has a zero stop. If you make a scope without a zero stop in this sort of era, you're not going to sell me. You need a zero stop. They sort of make you need them. Yeah, it's just a waste of time not having it. Basic one, you take the turret off. You have a little tool that takes this, or a screwdriver, but you take that off and undo a Allen key and just turn a little ring. Pretty straightforward. Zero stops and higher end scopes are moving to more simple, quick systems now. But again, this is a sort of a price conscious option, so you're not going to get those brand new zero stop features. So it takes an extra 30 seconds to set the zero stop. It's not much of a complaint at all, really. The one thing I'd say is you want to get your eye relief set up quite perfectly. It's not bad, it's just pickier than some things, but again, it's not a big issue. Just set it for you and you should be fine. It just may be an issue if you are swapping shooters and stuff like that. But I mean, you can always shorten your length of pull depending on your gun to get around issues like that. So probably one of the biggest things about these is the cost. So what you can get now for under $1,000 in terms of scopes it's leagues above what you sort of could get when we first got into this. But what you can get now for sub $1,000 has just come a long way. Like, again, you're not buying a Night Force, right? You want a Night Force, buy a Night Force. This is a sort of perfect for people getting into it. They haven't got a lot of spare dosh. And probably should mention the price. The current price in New Zealand is around $650. So that's pretty cheap, right? And like I said, it comes with a set of rings, comes with a sunshade and some lens cleaning bits and pieces. So you get all the stuff you need there, $650, and you're good to go to shoot a whatever you want to shoot, right? Spark match or a PRS match, whatever. So definitely worth looking at if you're sort of budget conscious, or you just don't want to spend a lot of money, you don't have a lot of money, and you just want to compete casually in the Spark Series or whatever. They do have a lifetime warranty. I think it's defect or replacement, so some things might get fixed, some, what they tell me, some may get, you just might get a whole new scope. So good warranty. So if you do have one turned to custard, you can get a warranty. Yeah, but definitely, again, I'm not saying buy one, but it's worth looking at. Discovery nice enough to support the Spark Series, so check them out. And yeah, again, Spark matches in 2025. This will be floating around, whether people are using it as a loaner rifle or they just want to have to play with it, depending on the situation on the match. We'll have it there and you can have a look at it. See you later.